Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars and Land Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with your money career reading for the week of January 20th through January 26th. Y'all, my mind is just blown by how fast time is moving. Think about it. We are almost at the end of January. How in the actual heck? I mean, WTF? How? We just had Christmas. We just had New Year's. Now we're almost already at the end of January. Man, I got some big birthdays coming up next week. And yeah, I just can't. Crazy. All right. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so it's TGIF. What? Shut up. The last three readings have all had the Sun card, and this is the third, including... Wow, so things may be showing up or happening for you guys in threes. Often don't they say that things happen in threes? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Interesting. All right. Let's see. What else? Look at that. The star. Flippity floppity floop. Actually, we're going to put that one there. Okay. Let's see. We're doing the overall and the either outcome or the guidance advice. We'll see when we get there with the tarot cards. And then we're going to do some of these ones, which are also kind of tarot cards. These are the Psychic Tarot from the Heart. These ones are by John Holland. So we're going to do those, a few of those in the middle and see what needs to come out for you. 3 of Cups, celebration. Oh, I didn't want that to show. Well, you already got a sneak peek there. So that either the outcome or the guidance and advice. Let me see. Interesting. All right, Spirit is saying one more, and actually that's the one that wants to come through. Wow, okay. Yeah. All right, let's get a couple of these and see what is in between it for money and career this week for you, Aquarius. These guys are stickier for me for whatever reason. I don't know. Ooh. Okay, 2 more Spirit. Jumping cards. What else is new? What else is new? Ooh. Ooh, spicy. All right. Okay. Let's get at it here, Aquarius. Let's get at it. Let's see. You're starting off with the overall energy of the sun and the stars. So you are coming in here brightly this week. And all the way, you've got the daylight and the night. So you're kind of putting it all together. You've got kind of this yin-yang, this balance energy with that sun and the star energy. Aquarius, this week is looking really bright. There's clarity coming in. You're feeling very hopeful. This is overall energy. As far as money and career go, you've got 2 major arcana right here in the very beginning. So there's going to be some big kind of transformation energy coming through this week for money and career. Isn't that interesting? So you guys are really feeling enthusiastic, very energetic. There's a lot of success around work, around projects, around finances for you this week. You're really having this positive energy. You're reaching out for things and you're attaining them. You're reaching out for goals. You're reaching out for those achievements and that success, and it is really coming in. You're really reaching the goals. You're creating or having those hopes. You're reaching or being rewarded. This energy is over the moon. You got the sun and the star, but it's over the moon kind of energy. You're feeling amazing, and you're in this energy where you're just feeling as if you are not only inspired, but you are remaining inspired. There's this energy around you with that sun and that star energy, with this overall energy, Aquarius, that you can reach for the stars. You can reach above the limits and you can attain them. You've got that vitality, you've got that inspiration during this time, and you are making crap happen. You're making SHIT happen in a big, big way, okay? Now you also have move, challenging times, and clarity of belief. So isn't this interesting? Very interesting. So this move card is also a major arcana. So you taking action, okay? Moving, using your heart and your energy, right? This is kind of bringing this balance between mind, body, spirit to create action, create movement, create that energy where things are moving in your favor during this time, okay? So maybe some of you are moving money from one account to another. Maybe some of you are moving investments from one investment to a different portfolio or what have you. Maybe some of you are moving careers. Maybe some of you are moving up the ladder. There's a lot of energy coming through with this movement energy, this taking action energy, this moving into a more balanced state. This inspiration and this energy with this overall energy of the sun and the star is really creating a momentum movement around you, Aquarius, that can't be ignored. You're moving into this space where you're really in this energy of being enthusiastic and having that success and knowing no matter what that the situation is going to have movement in your favor, okay? Now some of you have been also having this energy of feeling as if things have been trying for you, as in challenging times, like you've been having a difficult time. Now this is Wands energy, so some of you have been having a difficult time or going back and forth with feeling passionate about something. Those times are on their way out, right? Of course they have to be, because you have that hope and that sun, that star and that sun energy. So when those of you that have been feeling as if times have been challenging or you've been struggling as far as money and career go, that is on its way out. There's that energy around you where things are just moving in the right direction, where that movement is coming, where you are taking action. For those of you that had been feeling that challenging times kind of energy, there is that potential that some of you maybe were just kind of being stagnant, right? Kind of being stagnant and not really moving into kind of those nudges that you were getting or those inspired actions. And so you felt challenged. You felt as if things were kind of stalled, or as if things weren't moving, or things weren't working, or nothing was happening, nothing was right. That kind of energy, and spirit is coming through, being to let you know that once you gain that movement, once you stay in that inspired energy, once you have that hopefulness with that star energy, and you are reaching for what it is that you want, holding that positive mindset and focus towards what it is you do want and not towards those challenges or what you feel like the challenges or the struggles are. Once you quit focusing on that and quit holding up kind of that shield against what it is that you do want by focusing, right? You're creating a shield by focusing on the challenges or seeing things as challenges instead of seeing things as something that you can rise up above or that you can move around or go through, right? You're putting a shield that's blocking what you do want from coming through. So those challenging times are just going to be there as long as you pay attention to them. Okay, now that doesn't mean that there's not going to be that potential where there may be like a gap, or even when you begin to focus on that movement or begin to create that change within your own thoughts or the way that you look at money and career, the way that you do things, right? That doesn't mean there won't be a bit of a gap where things still might show up to be challenges once in a while, but that doesn't mean that you can't overcome them or you can't look at them in a different way, in that way of feeling inspired and or moving back into a passion instead of a doom and gloom or kind of dread energy. Now you also have clarity of belief coming through here. Now this is the number one, isn't it? You have 7, 5, and 1 as far as these cards go. Clarity of belief. So once you really get into this energy of understanding whether it's a challenge, what you're believing, right? As far as a challenge with money, career, finances, however it may come through for you, or life, things in life that come up in general. Once you begin to see that and where you're putting your focus, that's going to actually create some of that momentum for you as well. And you're going to feel inspired with that also, because once you understand that what you're believing is kind of what, or generally what is creating or bringing in more of it, right? You have this confirmation bias here, Aquarius. So if you're believing that things are challenging and that you're always being faced with challenging times, guess what? You're right. That's going to come up. So challenges are going to come up as far as your job goes, as far as your business goes, as far as your work goes, as far as your career goes, as far as your money goes, as far as your finances go, as far as your investments go, as far as your bank account goes, as far as the money going out, the money coming in, the bills, all of that. Whatever you think about it, you're right. If you see that, if you believe that challenging times are all that you will ever know or all that you've ever known, okay, then that's what's going to be there. So clarifying what you're thinking about, what you're believing about money, about kind of how things can show up for you, about the job that you do, the work that you do, the skills that you have, the resources that you have, getting really, really clear on that is what is going to also benefit you in this movement. It's also going to create that inspiration. It's going to create that clarity. It's going to create that energy where you are really reaching for what it is that you do want, because you know exactly what the heck you want here, Aquarius. It's going to create that enthusiasm, that energy to move towards what it is that you do want, because you have that understanding. You've clarified that. You're seeing what you were believing and if it's benefiting you or not, and getting rid of or rewriting what hasn't been working for you, so you can move into this energy of really, really reaching for the stars and gaining them, right? So your outcome with that is you have the Three of Cups, you have the Two of Swords, and you, oh, how did that happen that way? Okay, if there's Three of Cups was the first one that came out, because that was the one that I said before I flipped it over. Hopefully you remember. So you have the Three of Cups, you have the Two of Swords, and you have the Two of Cups. So you have double twos coming in here, 22, if you look at it that way, which is definitely an Aquarius number. If you haven't seen those, go look at the 22 Aquarius and 22 readings, but I digress. They're on the channel. You can look for them, okay? So you have the Three of Cups, you have the Two of Cups, no, Two of Swords, and the Two of Cups. So double twos, 22 coming in here, 22, or twos are that energy of kind of movement or change, right? This is really moving into this energy of having that kind of almost like an evolution energy, or an energy of having that movement, which is exactly right. You're not at the very beginning, which is the number one. You're actually creating this energy of balance and choice, which is actually what you have all through this, right? So with that Three of Cups, you have that energy of celebration, having that reward, having those successes, having that energy of really, you know, having that happiness. Some of you are just needing, this is your outcome, is to begin planning for those celebrations, right? You're looking at kind of the beliefs, you're having that movement, right? So start planning the celebrations with that Three of Cups, instead of planning those challenging times like some of you have been. Planning the celebrations around the financial successes, around the career successes, the project successes, the business successes, right? Maybe you gain so many new employees or so many new clients or whatever it is here, but start planning those celebrations with that Three of Cups, Aquarius, instead of planning for the challenges or the things that could go bad. Start planning for the stuff that can go right with that Three of Cups energy, okay? Now that Two of Swords energy is really hitting the bullseye. You have decisions to make, and those decisions are coming through with kind of your thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're believing, whether you're deciding to use that inspired action or not. And, you know, if you're going to reach for the stars, follow kind of your dreams, or if you're just going to stay. Either way, you'll hit the bullseye with whatever decision you make with that Two of Cups, or excuse me, Two of Swords energy. Either way, you'll be hitting the bullseye, because whatever you decide and or don't decide, because not making a decision is also a decision, is going to really create what it is that you do or don't decide, okay? But you have that decision. If you're feeling conflicted about it, then you haven't gotten that clarity of belief. You haven't really gone in deep enough to figure out what it is you're thinking or believing about money. Do you believe that money is the root of all evil? That's not even the full passage, but do you believe that? If that is, then that may be why you're having difficulty or having challenging times. Do you believe that it's hard to move up in your business or your career? Do you believe that it's hard to get clients? Or right, what are you believing? Because if you're believing that, that's keeping you in that space and that mindset. And that is, you're hitting the bullseye because your beliefs are true, right? You have a confirmation bias. Whatever you believe about money, career, anything, love, health, whatever it may be, is true, okay? You're hitting the bullseye with it because that is true. So now, right, your outcome is that you're going to get what you believe. So get clear on what you believe. Get clear on what it is that you are thinking is true, instead of, having that conflict or feeling as if you have to go on one side or the other, because you don't. You get to make decisions and you get to be right about them. So, decide what it is that you're choosing to believe, and or get clear on what it is you're believing and or why you're believing. Dig deeper here, Aquarius, because that outcome is coming through with that hitting the bullseye. So whatever you decide, but start planning for those celebrations, okay? Now you also have, oh, I had it up here already, the Two of Cups coming in. So with that Two of Cups energy is that energy of really, having this helpful energy around you. This could be at work. This could be within a partnership that has to do with work. It could be within a partnership that is romantic, but there's a lot of balance, right? Your twos, the twos coming in here is balance and choices. So make sure that also the people that you are choosing to spend your time with, that they are balanced, or that they are in kind of the same mindset that you are in, or that you're moving into. Make sure that there is this energy of feeling very almost relaxed and not stressed about work, about finances, or, when you're around this specific person or these people with that Two of Cups energy, that is going to assist you. If you are always spending time with people who feel like the whole world is a challenge, that money is a challenge, that life's a challenge, that work is a challenge, that clients are a challenge, that whatever is a challenge, that's what you're going to keep finding. So make sure that you're balancing out and making choices based off of, who you're spending time with, if that is beneficial to you or not, because you tend to see things a lot of times the way other people do, unless you're aware of that. So you have that as well. If you're always hanging out with people who find challenges in everything, or challenging times all around, then that's what you're going to end up finding as well, because you tend to follow that mindset yourself, and that's not going to assist you. That's not going to benefit you as far as money and career go during this time, Aquarius, because if you're always sitting on the couch expecting things to change, you're not having that movement, you're not getting clear on, what you're believing or what you're thinking, or kind of, you keep tuning into the way other people are believing and thinking, or the advice that they're giving you that isn't helping you or benefiting you. You're going to keep getting what you've been getting, because you're not making change. What is that saying? The definition, what is it? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. So if you're not getting clear, if you're still hanging around people that are, seeing things that way, and that's the way you're seeing things, you'll continue to get, right, exactly what it is. Hitting the bullseye, confirmation bias. So pay attention this week, Aquarius. Pay attention, because this is your overall energy for the week, the sun and the star. But you have to take the action, move into that, get clarity on it, do some work. That work will pay off. You will be rewarded. You will be rewarded greatly, Aquarius. And there's work for you to do, okay? All right. It's looking very promising. You gotta step up to the plate, okay? Step up to the plate. All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.